Why now with the show? I suppose when we realize we have material, um, and it just feels that both I'm ready to tell a story, and also the audience is ready to share in it. That's a fascinating question, and also it's a really glorious observation because I never really thought of it in that way. But now that you say it, it sort of makes sense. Turning the activism into art. I mean, that's a really lovely notion. Yes, and I suppose it's always been. I've always loved the sort of performative element underlying activism, and I just think also this is my own personal sort of taste. Life of dry activism, I just think, can be just appear too didactic and can often be just a tad oppressive as well. There's always a little bit of me that sort of veers towards being a bit of a clown. I think too, for those of us who are arrogant enough to imagine that we have something important to say about the need for change, the need for societal change, and it presumes or assumes a certain arrogance, whether you're a politician or a journalist or a performer or somebody who is making a statement on human life, on humanity and society, just to be able to say, do you know what? Here's what I think on this, and I just feel, have you thought this is where we could actually go with this? But I like puncturing my own preciousness with flippancy. I think it's really good. Just keep everything, keep one humanized, keep one on the straight and narrow. I'm learning very quickly how to actually just ramp up the performative elements, and I think the show is going to actually help that enormously. It's a very different sort of dynamic, very different process to being in a room and engaging several hundred people with some element of my life story or something that I've witnessed. That's very different to just simply entertaining a couple of people to some after dinner anecdote. What I'd like the show to achieve too is, for the audience anyway, that the audience can I can project onto the audience this every man, every woman, this every person quality, and that then allows me to take the audience on a wee little journey, a wee little adventure. My director, Tom Creed, actually describes the show, amongst many things, as a meditation on grief, but it's a tragicomic roller coaster. We're going to put people in the ringer and spin them around. So the show's opening the last week in November. We've got previews on the 26th of November. The show opens on the 27th, and it closes on World AIDS Day, December the 1st, which is actually a beautiful piece of timing because there's a huge element of the show that looks at the AIDS crisis of the 80s and 90s in Ireland. It's fun and it's tawdry and it's sad and it's also very aspirational, and it's, without giving it too much away, the end is just, there's something hugely enabling and positive about the end scene. I'm just so really excited.